it go, let it go. I think that's how the song goes in the movie Frozen when she's like, let it go. But when you think about it, those are some very, very powerful words, like let it go. That is the part that makes everything difficult, because we feel like we have to hold on to it in order to control it, in order to make it do what it wants us to do. And energy does not work like that. The whole purpose of the 13 days of intentional creating manifestation workbook is the concept of it all is basically energy work. And what you're doing is getting your mind in alignment with working with energy, not against it, not a resistance, not to cause or create resistance. So in order to do that, you have to work with the flow of energy. So with each exercise, it's basically giving you different mental practices that you can do to begin to, number one, get yourself in alignment with self, alignment with your divine purpose and being, and alignment with what it is that you envision your physical life to be and what it is to represent. And number two is to begin to understand that everything is energy, and all we're doing is working with energy and directing and putting it towards the direction that we wish to receive an outcome from. So with day 12 of the 13 days is to let it go. What an amazing practice that we actually should be doing on the daily. As I said, the 13 days are not necessarily in order, because it's kind of hard to create an order, because one is not more significant than the other, and it's kind of, so we're basically learning all the concepts so that we can bring them all together and use them on a daily basis. I use them all the time. I might be focusing in on this type of work, that type of work. More so, my focus right now is on imagination and just using it more and imagining different things happening, and not always going straight to the worst case scenario, because I know for myself, I understand myself, that is what I tend to do. So with let it go, you desire for something to happen. You're looking for it. You want it. You put your intentions. You state your intentions. You align yourself to receive it. You're focused in on it. But there comes a point in time when you have to release the energy and let it go and just let it be. And what I've come to find out is that when I let things go, all of a sudden it just happens. It's like, wow, I haven't thought about this in such a long time. As soon as I make the conscious decision to let it go, next thing I know, it appears, it happens, the shift happens. It's because we have released the energy. It's because we have given our trust in knowing that it is so. It is because we're no longer holding on to it and creating that resistance, kind of like a tug of war. One side is pulling and the other side is pulling, and they both are just pretty much just going back and forth until one side gets a little bit weaker and the other side is able to overpower that weakness in that moment. And that's the only reason why one person wins, So it's letting go. And with letting go, you can incorporate day 13, the final day in the 13 days, which is going to be a day of play, into this practice. And instead of thinking about it, do something else. Have some fun, just relax, lay back, stop creating so much stress, so much worry, so much focus, so much anxiety, so much what if, oh my gosh, can it happen, can it happen? Just let it go. So the 13 days, click right there for day 13 of Day of Play. Let's get right into it, because these two can go hand in hand. It is very important to have some fun and to just play and to let it go. Be Raw Nature, powerwithnature.com.